this is Sid Grosvenor, and welcome to a tour of my office in Lake Chapala, Mexico. I'm at 236 Hidalgo. Sorry for the big truck, I'm right on the main highway here. And I currently am working with Lake Chapala Real Estate with Marvin Golden is the broker. Let's move inside the office now. Where you can see where I do most of my work. This is my own private office. Here's my big screen television that I use to show homes on, so we don't all have to crowd around a small monitor when we're checking out the MLS listings. And this is my first workstation here. It's rather cluttered, so you know it's a working office, right? And we have a small conference table here. We can sit and write up contracts. One of the services I have for my clients is that I have what's called a Vonage telephone. My Vonage telephone is a Dallas, Texas number, and I also have a 1-877 or a toll-free number for you to call and talk to me about anything having to do with Lake Chapala, Mexico. And I have a few mementos around the office, of course. It's a high-speed internet wireless thing you're looking at there. But this is a painting, not of the exact same one, but of one exactly like the airplane that I first flew in. I first learned to fly. I soloed in an airplane just like that one. A little personal side light there. And panning around the office, we're coming to my second and newest and main workstation there, where I have got a few things on the monitor there, you see. Yeah, I know it's a lot of stuff in it, but I do try to study something each day to make myself more productive. A few mementos. There's my sweetheart here, Arcadia, and my granddaughter, Taylor. Taylor, if you're looking at this video sometime, I want you to know I love you. And I get to see your pretty face every day. And of course we're a multiple, oh, there's my other beautiful granddaughter. Let me zoom in on her. Excuse the grandfather's indulgence here. Her name is Maria Fernanda, or we call her Mary Fair. Isn't she pretty? There's a little bit closer. And there's other granddaughter when she was very young. And we do have an international community here, so I like to have the flags of the three primary groups here. Of course, the Mexican people, the American people, and the Canadian people. And a few study materials, a water cooler, and a rather junky bookcase. Again, it's a working office. And here's something I'm proud of, which is my law license from the state of Texas, Supreme Court of Texas. I'm currently in active status, and I did obtain my law degree from Southern Methodist University in Dallas, SMU Law School, and they call them Juris Doctor now. And when I first came down to the area to live full time, I began teaching English as a foreign language. Obtaining my certificate there. You see the certificate from the Mexican government that says that I can teach English as a foreign language in Mexico. There's an old patch from my police days, Dallas Police Department, where I worked for 35 years, obtaining the rank of Lieutenant Commander. And here's a flyer for Arcadia, where she does tours, by the way. We have another article that you can read about her tours on the website here at chapalaclub.com. And here's a course certificate. Whoops, excuse me. A course certificate where I attended a course in international property. And I might mention I also studied international property law at the University of Exeter in Exeter, England. And the next is just a bulletin board with current topics, things, people I'm picking up, people I'm helping, so I can keep up with everything. And going around the office here, you'll see an article in the Canton Herald, where I used to live in Canton, near Canton, Texas. And I'm going to zoom in here. That's the governor of Texas, Bill Clement, sitting down, and I'm just to his right in the photo. Back then I wore a hairpiece. We were watching the governor sign a bill that would permit the prosecutor to tell the jury at the punishment phase of a proceeding against a defendant about his juvenile record, only after he was convicted of the crime. That way his defense attorney could not argue that he was a first offender, when maybe he had been a burglar since he was 10 or 11 years old and finally got caught and sentenced as about to be sentenced as an adult at 17. So I've had a lot of interesting experiences over the decades, as I'm sure many of you have, and I look forward to meeting you and learning all about you and becoming your friend. And I'd like to thank you now for indulging me and taking a look at my office. So please come down, and I'll be happy to make you a cup of coffee and answer all of your questions and have a little mini seminar right here in the office, or we can take a roving seminar and see the different neighborhoods and learn all about living, working, and playing in beautiful Lake Chapala, Mexico. This has been Sid Grosvenor, looking after you. Que la vaya bien.